And the sad thing is, if this is where they start, right, it suggests there's not going to be a change for the country. You know, right. Where we started, sad, grumpy, alienated, disenfranchised, frightened, whatever you want to say, a new president can help change that, can change the tone, offer hope, optimism, new leadership, new day, new agenda, something that could offer hope to the nation. But if it's Trump-Biden again, and they are saying, we don't want Trump-Biden again, you know, then we have a long road ahead of us.
Well, so let's turn to the more uncomfortable part of this conversation, which is Joe Biden, right? I mean, I think, I don't want to speak for you, but I mean, I'm generally inclined to support Joe Biden, right? I mean, I think he's done some good things. I think he's united the Democratic Party. I think you can point to half a dozen genuine accomplishments at a deeply divided time that he has to be proud of. He's got a record to run on. He's brought our allies back together again. He's quit sucking up to our enemies in the way the last guy did. He's done his infrastructure thing and the inflation fighting tool. So I mean, he's got an actual record. But even someone who is inclined to be sympathetic, I do worry. I mean, I do worry how he's going to look, in the heat of the campaign. I do worry that he's, maybe missing a step or two. And I hope that's not true. He proved everyone wrong the last time when they said it. But no Dem can enter this period without having some trepidation about it, I think.
Yeah, I don't think. Look, I think the question was, would Biden run again?
He's running.
But he is, we now know he is running. And by the way, I was dubious about whether or not he was going to run precisely for that reason. But he is running. He will be, I believe, the Democratic candidate. And I agree with you generally. He, at a difficult time, he has accomplishments. He doesn't have a tremendous number of legislative victories or accomplishments, but given the hand that he was dealt, and the country is in better shape today than it was under Trump, I think that's inarguable. But we are saying what the country is saying, right? The Trump-Biden, we want somebody else. We want a third option. And if there is no third option, that means we have another 5-6 years where I don't see anything changing the basic division and mentality and emotion of this nation. And that's frightening because this can only get worse in time. And you would have hoped that the presidential election would have been a pivot point that could have possibly headed us in the right direction.
You don't have high hopes for the media to elevate this conversation and to bring renewed energy back to the people?
Where is the media, by the way? What happened to the media?
I mean, it's divided in the same tribal way that our politics is. I mean, to me, if you want to step back and look at it in a big picture kind of way, though, that's a really interesting question about how we got here. Neither party, right, really stands for ideas in the way that they once did. I mean, you tell me, who's the anti-war party and who's the pro-war party? Who's the deficit party and who's the fiscal responsibility party? You can't say that anymore. It's way more my team and your team, red and blue, D's and R's. And people identify with that in ways that are so much more cultural and almost familial than they are ideological or philosophical. And I think the media is probably a reflection of that and also a promoter of that.
Yes. Look, it is Yankees, Red Sox, right?
Good analogy.
You don't even have to think about it. It is cultural. It's where you're born, and that's it. And it is a different discussion, but it is an important discussion how the media fits into this, because having these partisan camps within the media where it is just reinforcing. I'm with the Yankees, so I watch Yankees TV.
Yeah.
And it just reinforces everything, every reason why the Red Sox are evil and why the Yankees are good.
Yeah.
You know, and you're with the Red Sox, so you watch Red Sox TV.
Right. There's no argument you can make.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me share a personal experience on that, if I may. I spent 13 years working on Fox. Right. I was a contributor on the Fox News Channel for 13 years, and one of the relatively few, more liberal voices on the news channel. And as long as Roger Ailes was the boss, he believed in having a little bit of that. Now, it was never a level playing field. It was, 5 skinny blonde women yelling at me. But you know what? I thought it was a valuable thing to do. I enjoyed it. I got paid to do it. It was a happy experience. But Fox came to believe, as I think MSNBC and CNN have also come to believe, that their viewers really don't want to hear stuff that they don't agree with. They have these minute-by-minute ratings, and they can see that when they put on somebody who is expressing a discordant view, the viewers turn away. There are not a lot of conservative voices on MSNBC. I don't know if you've noticed that. But I think that to some extent, they're responding to the psychological desire of the viewers to have reinforced in their minds some more articulate person expressing their deepest prejudices. And so we've divided into camps there as well.
Yeah, no, we have. And I'd take it a step further, Ellis. I also see it in the print media and on the individual reporter level.
Interesting.
They watch the comments and they watch the clicks and they watch the tweets about their piece. And they don't want those negative comments coming at them. So when there's a controversial political topic where 15 years ago a reporter wouldn't care and just write it straight, I think that reporter or that editorial board is now thinking, what do my people want to hear? And I think they are not as bad as the electronic, but I think they're moving that way also, that they have a readership and they have an interest, and you have one type of reader at the New York Times and another at the New York Post, and they're also reinforcing on both the reporter as well as the institutional level.
That's interesting.
But maybe it's just because I've dealt with them too much.
Yeah, and I don't know what it says about me psychologically that I keep going to places where nobody agrees with me. I mean, I like that. I grew up at a loud dinner table in New Orleans of relatives arguing about something. Probably not so different from the Cuomo family dinner table. Everybody had an opinion and you had to express it, and you tried to kind of one up each other a little bit. I mean, I like that. That gets my juices flowing. But I don't think most people like that. Most people like being told that that everything they're saying is right.
Yeah, whatever you think is right. I'm with you. I agree. I agree. That's what people.
I think that's what
people want to hear.
And there is a pleasure. Right. There is a pleasure of hearing someone who is more articulate than you are express your dumbest views articulately. Because it can make you think, oh, you know what? All that prejudice stuff, I thought maybe I was right. Rush said it. The way he said it made it sound pretty good.
That's right. Well, look, if it's said on TV, it's true, right? So,
well, I have not delivered that to my audiences. I'm constantly saying things they don't like. And by the way, you should see my Twitter feed sometime. It is not all love notes. I promise you that.
Well, good for you. Good for you for saying the truth, even though you're not going to get love notes.
I get clobbered, I think.
Yeah, well, you get plenty of love notes. Ellis Henican, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us, and I hope to see you soon
fun
again.
catching up with you.